and the corporate survey done, that there are very few companies who have CSR as a part of the CSR policy as their counterparts globally do. In public sector, we have again been mandated by our guidelines to form a policy. We all have that. In addition to that, we are also mandated to have a CSR committee of the board. So it's a board level committee through which all the approvals are happening, the monitoring is happening. Gradually, I suppose this would also come down to private sector, but it still hasn't reached that same stage as the global counterparts. In EIL, where I am presently as the Director HR, our focus here again has been on various areas where we've been focusing on skill development, on medical health, on women empowerment, on water projects, and various others. And believe me, whenever we do one of those medical camps or one of those eye camps, it's a sight to see when you see hundreds and hundreds of people thronging in to come and have their checkups done. We did a camp in Dibrugarh because we are doing a project there, and in one day we had over 500 people coming, and there were over 150 cataract patients who were taken to the government hospital and treated for cataract, and 300 out of them were given spectacles. So you can just see the necessity which was there. This is just an example I'm giving you. And we try our best to do a large number of medical camps and eye camps during a year. So had we not reached out to those people, can we just see what quality of life they would have been leading? It's worth pondering on. Similarly, we did these water projects into the deep rural villages. I'm sure all public sectors are doing so many projects, but I'm just talking about just a few of them, where we had these RO plants in the villages. We did one for Kanchipuram and then some others in the south. And there again, you should have seen the reaction of the villagers there. When we went for the inauguration, you should have seen the welcome we got. And they don't have drinking water. They have to go miles and miles to arrange for that water. So these are the things which come so easily on us, and we are so used to having these comforts that it's only when we start reaching out to them that we realize how important it is to do CSR and to reach out to those who are really needy. Presently, we are onto that Swachh Abhiyan. I think all of you are aware of it, where the public sector and private sector are pitching in together to see that we can build toilets. Girls are not going to school in villages because they don't have a washroom there. These are things we knew, but we were not able to reach out. So if it's been mandated, we are doing it. So somewhere I feel, that mandating things becomes very important. Today we have been given a target that by 31st of March, such numbers have to be completed. By 15th of August, such numbers have to be completed. Do what you want to, you have to do it. Are we not reaching out? We are sending our people to the remotest villages in Orissa, Bihar, Tamil Nadu, all over the country, identifying schools, and then seeing how we can provide that facility which is not only set up as a toilet, but is maintained. Because there's no point in setting up one such structure which is not going to have water and not going to be maintained. So in this way, if we are able to reach out to far distant places where the need is really there. Sometime I was thinking in my own mind that when we take on activities like maintaining our heritage buildings, would we call it CSR? But yes, there again, it's the image of the country. It's the image which is reflected if cleanliness is not there. So most of us, Delhi-based public sector companies, are taking on some of these heritage buildings. And in fact, my colleague Sandeep is here. Just yesterday, he got a letter from, he's our head CSR. He got the letter from the ASI that they have allocated Qutub Minar to us. Now it's our responsibility to see how we maintain it, how we keep it in a manner that that heritage is restored and continued. It's the pride of the country. So in this manner, we are all focusing towards it, and I'm sure all of you here are in your own companies performing the role of CSR. That's why you're here, to learn from various experiences. And my colleagues are also here who would like to learn from you. And I'm sure these 2 days deliberations that you're going to have is going to be a good learning, a good experience, and a number of action points which will emerge, which you can take back home. I wish this Congress all success, and my compliments to Professor Mishra and his team for having thought of this and having convened this, and thank him for having invited me and given me this opportunity to be with all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for addressing the gathering. I now request Professor R.K. Mishra to present the token of appreciation to Ms. Veena Swaroop. I now request Professor Sai Kumar to present the token of appreciation to Shri S.K. Acharya. I request Professor Mishra to present token of appreciation to Mr. A.K. Rath. Now I request Professor Sai Kumar to present the token of appreciation to Mr. S.P. Jakhanbal. I now invite Ms. Poonam Singh, conference convener, to present the vote of thanks.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, of the dais, delegates, faculty, colleagues and staff, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to one and all. It's my proud privilege to propose the formal vote of thanks to this August gathering at the Global Congress on CSR, organized by IP Center for Corporate Social Responsibility under the aegis of NLC Chair on CSR at IP. I take this opportunity to place on record our sincere thanks to Shri S.K. Acharya, Director HR, Neyveli Lignite Corporation, for acceding to our request and taking time off from his busy schedule to grace this occasion. Sir, your association with the Congress today has greatly inspired us, and I'm sure with your guidance and support, the Institute will gain further strength. In his deliberation, he touched upon a number of very pertinent issues: the need for CSR, the need for deliberating on the aspect of mandating CSR, the need for looking at CSR as a tool for inclusiveness, and the tool for inclusiveness through collaborative sustainable CSR initiative. Thank you, sir, for your insight. We are extremely grateful to Professor A.K. Rath, Chairman and Professor Center for CG and CSR at IMI Delhi, for his gracious presence and encouragement. Sir, in his address, has reflected the need to debate the implication of mandating CSR. Is Schedule 7 enough to address the pertinent social environment issues, sustainable development and sustainability issues of the country, and also the need to appreciate the voluntary nature of CSR? Thank you so much, sir, for truly reflecting the agenda and the objective of this Global Congress. Thank you. We are grateful to Shri S. Chakadwal, retired IAS officer, for his precious time. Sir, in his very small address, has reflected on very, very important pertinent issue: CSR to be looked from the practitioner's perspective, he again has re-emphasized the need to debate mandating CSR and the anxiety that is across the globe on the issue of CSR. Thank you so much, sir. We are extremely grateful to Madam Veena Swaroop, Director HR, EIL. Madam, your presence today is truly motivating. It talks about the emerging women power, and yes, I feel CSR is one area where women can definitely excel and sorry for this, can outperform their counterparts. Madam, in her presidential remarks, have raised very pertinent point, and she has set the tone and direction of this two-day Congress. She has highlighted the need for business and CSR going hand in hand, the need for a structured effort to resolve thrust areas of CSR, the need for self-regulation integrated into the business model of a company, the need for community development in a structured manner, and yes, CSR policy has to be the guiding document for CSR. Thank you, Madam, for sharing your best practices and giving us the feeling of the joy of sharing. Thank you so much, Madam. Professor R.K. Mishra, Director IP and the Congress Chair, has been a constant motivator. His suggestions and guidance have made this event a memorable one. Thank you so much, sir. And of course, our Dean, Professor M.L. Sai Kumar, he always talks about corporate sustainability, responsibility, citizen social responsibility. And yes, if we have all these, I don't think we need to mandate CSR. IP and the organizing committee of the Congress are deeply indebted to our sponsors, our lead sponsors being HCL and our co-sponsors NMDC and SPH. We also extend our gratitude to our NGO partners Akshay Patra and HelpAge. We thank all paper contributors and participants from various academic institutions and corporates for their interest expressed for this Congress. It's been truly motivational. We thank to NLC, HCL, NMDC, EIL, GMR, SPH, and many more for
intervention. In the US, Ford Jr., he requested Harvard to set up this year, and he gave $1 billion. In India also, we have Fords. We have Fords also. Sometimes when we talk, when we talk of Ambanis, we say Ambanis are nothing but ambition plus money make them Ambani. But it's very unfortunate. No, sir, I think I'll take this point half a minute. Why do we say in India, why do we make it mandatory? It's a very interesting question, and I think we should not really discuss. The whole thing is here, we have everything, but we don't want to give, as Rasab told. That's the issue. It is there, but we don't see others. We don't see ourselves. We don't go beyond our nose. That's the whole thing, I think. And I think it's a social connect. If we want this society and this character to be retained, then we have to be a harmonious society. In harmonious society, you are good, but you have to make others good. You have to see beyond yourself, your family, and your organization. Because if you are really good and others are not good, then this goodness cannot continue. So what is important is that maybe I'm very glad that that historians, I think when they write about CSR, they would not have, they can't tell now that India is bereft of
We don't
Fords.
have an Indian story.
We have a Ford not in private sector, but we have a Ford in public sector.
While I thank Dr. Mishra and Madam Poonam, let